Welcome to today's Research Business Daily Report for an observation from a distinguished online researcher about whether technology's ability to substantially improve areas of research may indeed have reached its limits, and therefore what survey researchers may need to instead be focusing on. RBDR is sponsored today and all this week by Decision Analyst, which offers an array of advanced analytic techniques to optimize marketing and advertising. And at the end of today's video, we're going to tell you how you can take a look at a Decision Analyst white paper. It's entitled Optimizing Messaging and Positioning with Choice Models. Charles Pearson, Senior Vice President of Business Development at FlexMR, composed an interesting blog last month. In it, he proposed that certain aspects of research may have reached their technological limits, and that therefore the human touch needs to be emphasized in order for the research industry to continue to make significant progress. We asked Charles to join us via Skype to detail his proposition a little bit further.
My observation is that there's been a lot of improvement in time and cost with a certain portion of the research process. Survey is probably the easiest example to use, but the two areas that have had the least application of technology and time and cost improvement are the starting point, the design and the methodology to consultation with the client to determine what that instrument needs to look like. And on the back end, the analysis and the writing of the report, which includes drawing up the implications and telling the story. It's those two areas that continue to take a considerable amount of time, sometimes not giving enough time and attention to that last point and that last bit to really add that value. And I don't see to date that technology has really improved in either of those two ends of the spectrum, and it could be that it might not for some time to come, given that there's so much of a human element to that that's required.
But what you just pointed out is not anything new. It's been the case for a long time. Why, as an industry, are we unable to just deal with that human factor and the things that need to be done? Because it has other implications, including how we are perceived by our bosses and our clients, both internally and externally.
It could be, you mean that's the area that we continue to add value, and that is the way in which to differentiate ourselves as a profession. I would agree. I don't think necessarily that there's been a lot of time and attention to try to necessarily improve those things, or people have faced challenges when they've tried to do so. Automated reporting, for example, into PowerPoint reports, all of that kind of thing hasn't been really gone the distance in terms of made a great improvement. And I do think that gets to the root or the heart of the value that market researchers have in terms of their skill sets and their experiences and their know-how, which I would agree with you is probably something we should not only accept, but should help flourish the industry and help us maintain our role and our impact within an organization. The direct access that marketers have and others in the organization have does not come along with the consultative advice and guidance that will come from an experienced and well-trained market researcher.
That's your Research Business Daily Report, sponsored today and all this week by Decision Analyst, which offers an array of advanced analytic techniques to optimize marketing and advertising. If obtaining information to develop the most effective communications message that maximizes attention and attraction to a specific brand, a product, or even a store is a research goal of yours, well, Decision Analyst has some solid and free counsel for you. You can read about the benefits and intricacies of messaging and positioning choice modeling using the link. It is in today's subscriber email, and of course it's in the description box underneath today's video. We hope you have a great research day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.